Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here, and finally, Operation Underground is here, and we're definitely excited for it. Looking forward to it for quite some time since it was announced 3 months ago in Chapter 4, Define the Odds trailer, and I reacted to that trailer. And we already have Merida, Province, Lofoten Island, Al Sundan, and it was supposed to release, of course, now in October, and they meet the deadline, which is surprising. So we're happy for that. Operation Underground is here, reimagining Operation Metro. I did play, because of my schedule, I didn't get a chance to play as much. So, but I played Conquest and Breakthrough, and I'm gonna share how I feel about this map, my first impressions, my review of it so far, the good and the bad, and definitely there's a lot to talk about. So let's start with the good. First of all, if you love PvP and if you love the meat grinding of Metro, this is definitely going to be for you. Toe-to-toe against any opponents, this is definitely going to be the one. You're gonna get a lot of kills. There's gonna be a lot of, you're gonna die a lot as well, but definitely this is at its best, and this is definitely the reason why you play Metro in the first place and Operation Underground now. If you hate the vehicle attacks, or you hate the planes, there's none of that here, which is good. That, you know, you take that away, you have more fun, in my opinion. It is a great map for SMGs, MNGs, LMGs, shotguns. So it is a great place to rank up your weapons. So I do have a lot of weapons that I need to rank up on those SMGs and MNGs that I haven't really got to it, because I do love sniping and also some other weapons. So definitely this is going to be one that I'm going to use to rank up a lot, because you're going to get a lot of kills. So for newcomers, definitely this is a good place to start. Another thing that I would say that I like about this in comparison to Metro, Metro was, you know, it's a very linear map. This is a very linear map. But Metro didn't have as many flanking options. Now this one, Underground, gives you a lot of flanking opportunities. So there's so many different places. It's a little wider than Metro, so you can go around and meet your opponents on the other side in different ways. So definitely keeps you on your toes. It is fast paced, and I really like that, because the problem with Metro was that you felt sometimes that you know, you got in the middle and there are so many choke points. You don't have that problem here. There are choke points, and we're going to talk about it in just a moment, but not as bad as they were on Metro. So it does feel more polished than Operation Metro. So what I like about it is that this is a good map for squad and teamwork. So if your squad and your team players are, your partners are really working together, you definitely are going to have a lot of fun with this map. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of places to go around, in and out. It's a linear map, but you can go around it, and there's a lot of ways you can play it. And definitely I like that. Another thing that I really like about the map is the beautiful, I would say, design of the map. In this case, all the details, particularly not on the, I would say, on the Metro area, not on the ground, but when you're outside, there's a lot of buildings, there's a lot of destruction, and you can play with that to your advantage. So definitely it's more advanced, more polished than Operation Metro. And in my opinion, it is something that a lot of people are going to enjoy, because, first of all, because of the type of the gameplay that you play here, the rush style of gameplay. And I definitely recommend that. I really liked it. I definitely had a lot of fun. Now the bad. Now it's time to talk about the things that I didn't like about this map. Even though I enjoy Metro, and I do enjoy Underground because they're very similar, Underground has the same problems or the same deficiencies as Metro. It can get really chaotic, particularly for undisciplined players. If your team players, the people that you're playing with in your squad, they don't know what they're doing. They are pretty much spearheading everything, and they're not thinking through what they're doing. Then you're gonna have a hard time with this map. Your squad is gonna have a hard time. Your whole faction is going to have a hard time with this map, because, you know, definitely there is a lot that you have to be very careful. There are so many areas where you have to be careful how you're going to attack them, because you're going to be confronted by pretty much a unmovable wall of resistance. There's a lot of choke points throughout the map, even though it is good from a defensive standpoint. It also can bring the whole gameplay, the whole, I would say, session to a standstill. You can use that to your advantage, or you can use that to your disadvantage, depending on your team. So if you have a team that is really knows how to defend, and they know how to do it, and they're properly operating and working every single angle, then you're going to defend. You're going to be kings of the hill. But now, if your team is not, I would say, properly trained, or they're really rushing to everything, you're going to have a hard time all the time. Your defense is going to be destroyed, or even your attack is going to be pretty much brought to an end because the rest of the team are not playing at the same level. So definitely, again, it can be to your advantage, or also can be to your disadvantage. And because of the nature of this game, you're gonna get a lot of grenades, there's a lot of mines, and you're gonna get a lot of piats. They're gonna get a lot of bombs, and you're gonna get a lot of cheap kills. So you're gonna die a lot, which is good in one way. It's bad in another, because you're gonna get frustrated. You know, when you get killed a lot for a lot of these grenades, not because in a firefight, then of course you get annoyed, and it can be annoying. There's a lot of smoke, particularly on the underground area, because of the enclosed environment. The smoke is going to be so heavy at times that it's going to be hard to see, hard to distinguish where to go, where to move. So the visibility has always been an aspect. A lot of people have complained about Battlefield, and particularly with some of the performance issues that this mode has, with some of the frame drops that some people, particularly on PC players, have complained about. Of course, is going to get sometimes it's going to be really hard to see. Your visibility is going to be almost zero, and you're going to have a problem with that here. Another thing that I didn't really like about it is the spawn system, particularly on flags. And that's something that not only happens on this map, it really happens throughout all the maps in Battlefield 5 for some reason. It can be really off. Like when you, I normally like to spawn with my teammates, of course, that's how you play with your squad. The problem is that sometimes some of squad members are not really playing, the map, or the sector, or they're not playing the flag. They're playing whatever they want to play. So they're completely off radar. Some places where definitely you cannot really spawn. So trying to spawn with them it's going to be a pain, particularly if you're trying to defend a sector or defend a flag. So, what you do, you spawn on the flag. The problem is that sometimes you're spawning, it's all the way off, far, far, far away from that flag, even when the flag is already pretty much on your side. So definitely that's something that needs some work on, but that's something that I've noticed not only with this map, I have noticed for quite some time with plenty maps. Of course, the intention is to, in this case, force players to spawn with their teammates. But if your teammates are not working as a team, they're no part of the team, then definitely it's going to give you and the rest of the squad a really hard time. Now, because of the nature of this game, of course, you have a lot of kills. You're gonna get a lot of kills, which is good. If you need to rank up your weapons, it is perfect for that, with your shotguns, SMGs, MMGs. But even though it is good for kills, it is not a good map for solo players. Now, this is always the confusion that a lot of people have. A lot of times people think of Operation Metro kind of like a team deathmatch on Call of Duty, and it's not the same. It is different. Yes, it is a meat grinder, but it still has the same, I would say, feel and flavor of Battlefield. You are going from objectives to objectives. So that's how you play this. It's not about the kill number or the kill count. It's about just getting the objectives. So if you're, in this case, part of your squad or your team players are, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then you're going to have a really hard time. It's team-based, and it's designed for squads to really advance or defend or protect, or, in this case, be offensive or defensive. So I think this is another part that definitely is going to be, it's going to take a little bit of time for people to kind of get used to it, and for people to really get this case, the understanding, to get really comfortable with this, particularly when you're going to get a lot of people that they're coming back to play this game because of this mode, because a lot of people already were saying that they want to come back to Underground because they like the nature of it, but they already come with the mentality of many of them from Call of Duty. So this is not Call of Duty, so you have to play smart. Well, in conclusion, definitely, I really enjoy it. Even though I didn't play for long, I only played perhaps for an hour or so. But the time that I play, I really had a good time. It really brought back a lot of memories. I love some of the design. In my opinion, they have performed better. They really tweaked some of the things that were not as good on Metro, and now they reimagining those here in Operation Underground, and they improve on those areas. Yeah, there's some areas that still need improvement. I would think it's more from the technical standpoint rather than the map design. Definitely is going to be, there's a lot of fun on it. And I really like it. It's chaotic and it's fun chaotic. Of course, you know, if you're going for your objectives, if you're going for to get those flags of those sectors, you're going to do the right thing, and in this case your squad is going to advance. But if your squad is not, again, disciplined on it, you're going to have a really hard time operating here. So you have to keep that in mind. So it is definitely good. Also, this week we have the Madsen MG unlockable. That's the new weapon that is going to be you're going to be able to unlock going through the weekly objectives. But I haven't done it. I didn't get a chance to do it. I'm going to do it this week. But definitely that's another plus. I'm really happy for what it's happening. I'm really happy. I think this is going to bring a lot of players back to in this case to Battlefield. A lot of players, a lot of fans were for a while saying, why in the world they didn't add this from the get-go? Which, you know, it's a question that we might never get an answer. But definitely I feel that I'm glad that it is now here, and I'm not gonna look back to the past and say, well, they could have done this, they could have done that. I'm just enjoying it for what it is. So definitely I think this is going to add more variety. Even though we already have some small maps, I think this is something more classic, something that people really were looking for, and definitely I'm very excited for it, and I highly recommend it. But what is your opinion? Have you played it? Do you have anything that you want to add to this small review, this first impressions? Let me know in the comments below. I would like to hear it and have a conversation with you. So once again, thanks for watching. God bless. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and to hit the notification button. So my friends, see you next time. Take care.